Good evening, everybody. The president has created some consternation in Washington, D.C. He decided to put the critical issues of border security and immigration, at least partly, in the hands of rhino Republicans and left-wing Democrats. How did DACA, illegal immigrants, and amnesty all get to the front of the line, and the forgotten man and woman for whom the president campaigned get pushed into the shadows of the swamp? We'll take up the fallout of embracing amnesty with conservative commentator, best-selling author, and firebrand Ann Coulter. Also tonight, House Republicans are now investigating whether deep state bad actors helped leak to the media. I can tell them right now, yes, they did. New text messages between anti-Trump FBI agent Peter Strzok and attorney Lisa Page, also involved with Mr. Strzok, suggest they were leaking stories to media outlets. How many and how important, we take up here tonight. And the top Democrat on the Judiciary Committee, Senator Dianne Feinstein, is under fire tonight. She single-handedly, unilaterally released the transcript of the classified closed-door interview with smear merchant Fusion GPS co-founder Glenn Simpson. Naturally, neither Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley nor his committee staff has any idea what to do about it. They don't like it, but they don't know, obviously, what to do about it. We take that up with Chris Farrell of Judicial Watch here in just moments. Our top story tonight, President Trump risking his populist movement and conservative base to pursue amnesty with Democrats, not one of which has ever voted for or with the president on a single issue or piece of legislation, all of whom support his detractors and his tormentors, or simply mock the president and his agenda. President Trump today held a bipartisan, bicameral meeting in the White House to discuss immigration reform and brought in the White House press corps to video the historic openness of this White House. One of the more stunning moments in that meeting, when the president expressed interest in striking a deal on DACA, Obama-era amnesty that shielded roughly 800,000 illegal immigrants from deportation. President Trump said he would be willing to take the heat for the approach, which many of his supporters considered to be outright amnesty. Fox News Chief White House correspondent John Roberts has our report.
My positions are going to be what the people in this room come up with.
With the clock running on a March 5th deadline to find a legislative solution on the so-called Dreamers, President Trump brought Republicans and Democrats together at the White House with the cameras rolling.
I feel having the Democrats in with us is absolutely vital, because this should be a bipartisan bill. This should be a bill of love. Truly, it should be a bill of love, and we can do that.
It started with public statements tailored for TV coverage, but over time, the lenses appeared to fade into the background, and lawmakers got down to some real position setting and negotiation. Senator Lindsey Graham suggesting a DACA fix could be the opening bid for another stab at comprehensive immigration reform.
I'm not going to support a bill if you don't support it. I can hear the drumbeat coming. Right-wing radio and TV talk show hosts are going to beat the crap out of us because it's going to be amnesty.
If we do this properly, DACA, you're not so far away from comprehensive immigration reform. And if you want to take it that further step, I'll take the heat. I don't care. I don't care. I'll take all the heat you want to give me. And I'll take the heat off both the Democrats and the Republicans. My whole life has been heat. I like heat in a certain way.
With all due respect, Bob and Mike and Lindsey, there are some things that you're proposing that are going to be very controversial and will be an impediment to agreement.
But you're going to negotiate those things. You're going to sit down and you're going to say, listen, we can't agree here. We'll give you half of that. You're going to negotiate those things.
Comprehensive means comprehensive.
No. The president went into the meeting demanding security provisions, a wall, an end to chain migration, ending the visa lottery, and more ICE agents in return for a DACA fix. At one point, Senator Dianne Feinstein said the process needs to be split up, leave border security for later.
What about a clean DACA bill now, with a commitment that we go into a comprehensive immigration reform procedure.
The president seemed to entertain the idea.
I have no problem. I think that's basically what Dick is saying.
But House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy jumped in to say, hold on a minute.
We don't want to be back here 2 years later. You have to have security.
White House officials say that after the cameras left, the president reached agreement with the two sides to do immigration in two phases. The first, DACA, including border security and end to chain migration and the visa lottery. Then second, comprehensive immigration reform. Democrats indicated they'll give it a shot.
I think the president actually wants to strike a deal. Now, whether that deal is strikeable is another question, but I think it's possible.
Letting the cameras stay for most of the meeting appeared to serve two purposes. After charges in the new book Fire and Fury that he was mentally incapable of being president, the exercise showed President Trump in command of a meeting with 22 lawmakers. And there was the rare glimpse behind the curtain of how the legislative sausage is made.
A number of individuals in the room felt it was a good thing to let you see the cooperation and the conversation between both sides and see how we're working and leading to move the ball down the field and come up with some real solutions.
Just how much cooperation there will be in the upcoming negotiations seems to be an open question. After he left the meeting, the House Minority Whip Steny Hoyer said that there was unanimity in the room about the need to address the issue of the Dreamers, but wouldn't go beyond that. Lou?
John, thank you very much. John Roberts reporting from the White House on what was certainly a singular day at the swamp.